I've got you guys down at a weird angle right now, so don't mind that. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for breakfast. It's Tuesday morning. Good morning. I'm finally caught up on the vlogs. Vlogging this weekend and then not being able to immediately upload them like how I do. Not that you care, but like explain my little schedule. So I've been vlogging daily, most days. And then that night I put Luca to bed, I sit down. Usually me and Kevin will put on some kind of show in our room and we'll watch that. But while I'm watching that, I'll usually edit. And then after I get done editing, I'll export. Luca usually wakes up. He's waking up about like 2 times a night right now, which has been such an improvement because it used to be like 6 or more times a night, and I was so exhausted and just like mentally beaten that I would have to go to bed at like 6:30 or like 7 when he would go to bed to prepare myself to wake up so many times. And then also when he was waking up during those times, it was sometimes taking him 30 to 45 minutes to get back to sleep. So it was a mess. Now that he only wakes up like 2 times a night, I can stay up later because I'm getting more like, I'm gonna take you guys with me as I try to figure out what to eat for breakfast. I get more like better sleep throughout the night, so I can just stay up longer. The first time that he wakes up, the export will be done. I'll save the video and start the upload. And then that's how I've been getting them uploaded by the morning. So when I wake up, it'll be uploaded. I'll upload the thumbnail and then put in the description and set it public for you guys. But with being out of town and not being able to keep up with that, I was like a day behind, basically, or 2 days behind. I think only a day behind. So I'm just gonna end up having a bagel. So I don't like being a day behind, but I have been. So I'm kind of going to vlog a little bit today, but I'm not planning on doing much today. The weather's really weird. I'm catching up on laundry from our vacation. I still need to unload half of my car, and I'm just kind of like relaxing, taking a decompress because this weekend was wild. And then yesterday was my one day. Yesterday was Monday, which was Martin Luther King Day, and it was my one day of like having Kevin for the weekend. He was off work for Martin Luther King Day. Sorry, I'm like picking stuff up, throwing stuff away as I'm trying to talk to you guys. So he was off work for Martin Luther King Day, and there was just, weekends are like my time to get stuff done. So we used yesterday to build our couch, to like move some stuff around, take some furniture apart. Luca is stirring and he better not be waking up. Okay, I think he was just getting comfortable. Take some furniture apart and just kind of like get the house better for the move. I did email our contractor and I asked for a projected move-in date because he's yet to give us one, and we signed our construction contract with him in March of last year. So I've had no idea when our house is going to be done. So I asked for that. He said he can get it to me next week. Have an idea of it next week, so I should be able to update you guys sometime next week with a move-in date, which is going to be exciting. But yeah, so today I'm just kind of like decompressing, catching up on everything, and relaxing. Like I said, it's storming all day today, which I wasn't expecting, but it's kind of nice. What did I want to update you on? Obviously my mics work. You might be like, Gabby, you didn't update us on the mics, you just started using them. So what happened was my phone, I got a new phone. I got the iPhone 15 Pro Max. Kevin and I upgraded a while ago, like a couple weeks ago, I guess, maybe. And when I did, my phone worked in my Jeep for a little while. And then all of a sudden it started saying device not supported when I would plug my phone into my Jeep to like play music or use sat nav or whatever. And I was like, that's really weird. So I ordered these mics off Amazon for my phone to use, and the mics wouldn't work. And I was like, this is so annoying. I think it's just like, it's because it's a new phone and like the mics aren't compatible with it. And then I started to try to look in, before we went on this last trip, I started to try to look into why my phone wasn't hooking up to my Jeep correctly. And I found like a Reddit thread, and it was like, restart your phone, try that, see if it works. So I turned my phone off, restarted my phone, and it worked. So then I was like, well, I wonder if the mics are now going to work, because it was something that was like messing up my charging port, and that's where the mics connect, the receiver connects into my charging port. So anyhow, the mics work, so that's amazing. Oh, other update, I posted my chase on Facebook for my friends, and Kevin's sister-in-law was like, I want it. So Kevin's sister-in-law is going to buy our chase, which is amazing, because I don't have to deal with a weird stranger, and I don't have to worry about toting it out for the garage sale. We can just sell it to her. So love that. I'm going to have my breakfast, which is one side of a bagel that I've smushed in half with some cream cheese. I'm going to go back to watching some YouTube. Hopefully Luca takes his full nap this morning, and I'll update you if anything else exciting happens today, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like there's not enough. My Keurig is still plugged in. Okay. I feel like there's not enough time in the day. Like, there's enough time in the day, but there's not enough time in a baby's nap for me to get everything done that I need to get done, because I'm like, I kind of like black out during his naps. And maybe it's because I'm still getting used to him having these long naps. Sometimes I'm productive, but the times that I'm not productive, I'm almost like, I feel guilty for not being productive. Like, so he had a nap this morning that was about an hour and a half. And I got his laundry done. I got my vlog for tomorrow uploaded, and the description edited, stuff linked, all of that. I got, let's see, what else did I get done? I feel like I got other stuff done. What else did I get done? Oh, I ate breakfast. But I still don't feel like that was enough. I did sit down. I watched like one YouTube video, and then before I knew it, he woke up. Now, for lunch, I'm like struggling to figure out what I want to do for him, because I don't have anything like pre-made and ready to go for him like I usually do. We have his little smoothie packets and stuff, but I don't have any like little handheld food for him currently. And I've got stuff to make handheld food, but that's the other thing. I'm like, I have to unload the oven to make it, because I need the oven and I need the stovetop to cook this recipe that I found for him. And I have to entertain him. I have to make sure he's good. And I feel like in the new house, you guys are gonna get sick of hearing me talk about the new house, but I'm just like, in the new house, like, our kitchen and our living room is connected, so I'll be able to watch him play while I cook, and like, I can put the camera on him that I have in the back room, but it's just not the same. I like having him in my field of vision and not having to like watch him on a camera. So I'm struggling to figure out what I'm going to do for him for lunch, because like, it's lunchtime for him right now, and I have nothing currently. So even though it's I did just see a recipe using canned tuna, and I have canned tuna. I like canned tuna, but I think he uses the whole can for him. Okay. It sounded easy and quick-ish, so I'm wondering if I could whip that up. Let me relook at the recipe real quick. I saw it on Instagram literally this morning as I was doom scrolling for a little bit. Okay, so I've got him on my camera. I'm watching him play in the back room. And I pulled up that recipe that I did find on Instagram this morning. It's on Yummy Little Belly, all underscores in between the words. And it's going to be quicker than the other recipe I was thinking of. And then I'll have 2 things for him to eat this week, kind of prepared. So it calls for 1 can of tuna drained. So go ahead and grab this. I need more space. I've been moving this freaking cake around. I also grabbed a can of tuna for myself for lunch today because I do really like tuna. Cool. You guys can see. So we're going to pop our can of tuna. I wasn't even planning on vlogging today, really. Here I am. But like I've mentioned in other vlogs, that this has just been making me feel so, like, weirdly enough, oh no. Trying to make sure that I get all the tuna juice out. This has, like, been good for my mental health. I don't know why I'm looking at you guys while I'm talking, because, like, I don't need to because I'm wearing the mic. But yeah, this has been good for my mental health. I just feel like being a mom, like a stay-at-home full-time mom, you guys are going to hear Key freaking out because I just opened a can of tuna. Do not worry, I will give her the residual that is left in the can for her to, like, have. I don't know if that's good or not, but anyhow. So being a stay-at-home mom can get really, not overwhelming, but like lonely, and it's just hard, which in a way I wasn't expecting, but yeah. It is. Maybe like once he starts fully talking, it won't feel as lonely, but it's a very lot of one-sided conversations. Okay, I also need 1/4 cup of cream cheese. So anyhow, this just makes me feel less alone. Gives me someone to talk to. Kevin works a lot. Sometimes he works, you know, both jobs in one day, and I see him he'll leave. He leaves for work before I wake up some days, and then he comes home from work, and sometimes I'm already asleep. 1/4 cup of cream cheese. So having this outlet to be able to, like, talk and communicate and interact with people, it's nice. It's making me feel less alone. So if you're a stay-at-home mom and you found my channel, I know there's probably not a lot of you are stay-at-home moms. I know someone did mention that they also just recently had a baby. I also need 1 egg. Someone just also mentioned that they had a baby maybe like a couple months before I had Luca. I'm going to, let me make sure, combine all ingredients. Okay, yes. Okay, sorry. So yeah, someone mentioned that they also had a baby a little bit before I had Luca, and that I could reach out to them if I wanted, which is really sweet. He's just in the back playing and giggling. So, but this is just, it's really good for me, and I've been very happy with it, and I can literally, like, see my relationship with Kevin getting better. Like, sorry, I had to move the tuna can. I can just see myself not happier with him, but like, I don't know, I'm just happier with myself while doing this. It's weird. But anyhow, okay. And then 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan. I do have Parmesan, but I think you can use any kind of cheese. And because our grated Parmesan isn't quite open yet, I'm going to actually use mozzarella. So I'm just going to do 1 pinch, 2 pinch, and a sprinkle for good luck. All right, and then it says that you can add a little bit of seasonings to this. So he is going to town on that thing. So I'm gonna grab some onion powder and some garlic powder and just do a little sprinkle of this one, which was garlic, and a little sprinkle of onion, just for a little flavoring. You know, you don't want it bland. I want him to enjoy it. Okay, and then we need 1/4 of a cup of breadcrumbs in this mixture. Can you guys hear Key? So the last time we were at the store, I did finally pick up Luca his own plain breadcrumbs. I didn't used to keep plain breadcrumbs on hand before having a baby because to me plain breadcrumbs sound boring. I really like Italian breadcrumbs just because they have the extra seasonings in them, but with some extra seasonings come, do I have an extra 1/4 cup? With some extra seasonings, I do, amazing, come extra sodium. So, all right, 1/4 cup, right? Yes, 1/4 cup. So we're gonna sprinkle that in. And then it says, leave the breadcrumbs out because you're going to coat these after you mix them together. So was I supposed to like, okay, it doesn't say that I was supposed to like melt the cream cheese or soften it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I think this would have been a lot easier if the cream cheese was melted. So note to self, or note to you if you're making this, maybe soften your cream cheese a little bit because mine was straight from the fridge and I feel like this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Also, I think I needed a deeper bowl. It's okay, you know, trial and error. So I'm just taking a fork and mashing all of my ingredients together, really trying to make sure that I'm getting my cream cheese evenly distributed because I think the cream cheese and the egg is what's going to like combine all of this together. These are essentially tuna patties. So once I get this combined, then I'm gonna get another bowl and put some more breadcrumbs in it, and then you kind of like coat the patty in the breadcrumb, and then we just like pan fry them up real quick. Apparently. Does anyone else know that meme? Apparently, I've never been on like television before. Hopefully this bowl moving around isn't too loud for you guys. I need to figure out my mic, what do you call it? Not options, but like there's different things that my mic can go on. And I think there's like a denoise one where it's just supposed to really pick up my voice. I need to figure out how to put that on. Okay, so this is what we are looking like. So now, I guess I'm gonna need like a plate. We also forgot to pick up plates when we went to Publix this week. Wow, you licked that clean. She's proudly sitting beside the bowl that she just licked clean. All right, I'm gonna move this over here. Where do I put my plate? Up there. Okay. So we're gonna do a little thing of breadcrumbs over here. I don't want to put too much because I don't want to waste any breadcrumbs. So I just did maybe like a half of a cup, a little less than half of a cup. Okay, so it says roll mixture into patty shapes. But it doesn't say to then coat them in the breadcrumbs, right? Did I do this wrong? No, it says 1/4 cup breadcrumbs plus extra for coating. But in the method ingredients or directions, it doesn't say anything about after you roll them into patties, coating them in the breadcrumbs. So anyhow, there we go. 1 patty down. How many patties does this make? Okay, so that made 12 patties. And now it says to add a little olive oil in a pan, fry the patties over medium heat until golden and crisp on both sides. Remove the pan and put them on a paper towel to drain any excess oil. Or we can cook them in the oven, but the stovetop's easier for me because I don't have to empty my oven. So that's what we're gonna do. So let's move you over there. All right, so back burner, medium heat. I'm gonna grab a little bit of olive oil. Does it like give me not a percentage, but like heat just a little olive oil? Okay, not very helpful. And I don't know how much is a little, but I know that when I watched the video on Instagram, the whole bottom of the girl's pan was coated. I also need like one of those little brushes to, I guess this works. Just make sure my pan is coated in olive oil. Oh, I think that was enough, not too much. Because you don't really want to like fry them, but you want to make sure that, you know, is good enough. Let me grab his thing so I can keep an eye on him. And then we're just going to quickly, kind of like lightly pan fry these. So this is them all cooked up. I'm really impressed with myself. These look amazing. They smell really good. So I'm gonna let them cool down and see what Luca thinks. So I don't know if you noticed, but it kind of took a while for them to get going. I don't think I used enough oil. I was a little afraid to like put too much oil in there, but as I was like cooking it and thinking about how long it was taking for them to cook, as soon as I added, I'm not sure how fast the time lapse is gonna be, but I did like add more oil as they were cooking, and it greatly speeded up the process once I added more oil and browned them way better than just like a dry pan with breadcrumbs on it. So anyhow, these look great. I'm gonna let a couple of them cool for him. And while that was cooking, I went ahead and opened my can of tuna. I added a little bit of mayonnaise and a little bit of this stuff, which I swear by, it is so good. The fried pickle and ranch dip. I put it on like my chicken salad, and this will be my first time with it with tuna salad, but I'm sure it's gonna be delicious. So I crisped up some bread, put it on, so mine's ready to go when I bring him in here so we can eat together, which, all right, I grabbed Luca. Sorry I didn't take you guys in there with me. He started whining, so I went in and grabbed him just really quick. But I went ahead and I put 2 of those little patties in the fridge. So I'm hoping they're cooled. He's looking at my sandwich like, Mom, are you about to feed me a freaking sandwich? I should have tore them up instead of keeping them whole. Or at least broke them in half. Oh yeah, because they are steaming. smell really good though. All right, buddy, hold on. I'm gonna pop them in the freezer. Will that cool it down quicker? I don't know. I don't know. But you know what we do have? We have puffs. Puffs keep the baby alive. Do a taste test of my sandwich with that dip. My bread is now cold, but just being a mom, I guess. You're gonna eat your puff? This is very good. I didn't get his initial reaction because he was so quick on grabbing it and putting it in his mouth before I could flip the camera around, but he seems to be liking it. So apparently, before anyone jumps down my throat, this will be a recipe that I will not be making that often for him, because apparently canned tuna is not great for babies. Instead of using these like for every lunch this week, I may freeze some and then we can have them in the freezer and use them here and there. But I should have checked that before I did it. I just saw that literally in the like thing that I follow, it's this girl that I follow. She does recipes for like toddlers and babies and stuff, like baby-led weaning recipes. It said suitable for 8 months and up, and I was like, oh, well, he's 10 months, so it'll be good for him. He's barely had one whole nugget, so I think he's fine. But just in case anyone wants to jump down my throat and say like I shouldn't be serving my baby tuna, I think it's gonna be okay. You can do it. I believe in you. Yeah. Oh. What are you doing? So Luca just woke up from his nap and we're in the back room playing. I got my shower. Yeah, I got my shower before he went down for his second nap. And I put on Luca's favorite shirt that I wear, which is my elf shirt. He loves elf. Yeah. You just want to like, he just tried to put the ball in Will Ferrell's mouth a minute ago. Say, we watched Elf for the first time on Christmas, and you watched the whole movie. You loved it. You love this shirt. It is your favorite shirt that I wear. I think, one, because it's a little like, it's scratchy, so it's like a texture thing, but also he's just a fun face to look at. We've been playing with our balls. We're waiting on Dada to come home. Dada's working different hours this week, kinda. Shorter hours at his first job, but then he took on an extra day at his second job. So we're just chilling, waiting on Dada. Huh? Are you excited? Are you just so excited? Oh, yeah. All right, so Kevin's home, but he's still doing a little worky work in the back room. He's also hanging out with Luca. But I'm gonna start dinner, which this recipe is supposed to be very quick, so we shall see. 2 pounds and 6 ounces of Italian sausage. This sausage was on sale at Publix BOGO. We don't usually pick up Italian sausage, but I thought, you know, let's grab it. So we put it in the freezer, and now we pulled it out, and I found a recipe for it on Pinterest, which is where I find all of my recipes. So I preheated my oven to 400. I have a casserole dish over here that I need to spray because that's what the directions say. I'm going to take these sausages and cut them up into bite-sized pieces and then put them in the casserole dish. Okay, so while I've been away, not too much has happened. I've just been looking at my ingredients that I need, and I need heavy cream. Now, Kevin and I are annoyed that a lot of our recipes that I like call for heavy cream, but most of the time, if I don't like double the recipe or whatever, not all the heavy cream gets used. So typically when we have a heavy cream recipe, I try to find a couple different heavy cream recipes so I can use all the heavy cream before it goes bad. Well, then on Facebook the other day, I saw a recipe to make heavy cream, and I was like, I'm gonna start doing that. So anyhow, it's very simple to make heavy cream. It's literally just butter and milk, melted butter and milk. So to make 1 cup of heavy cream, you need 1/4 of a cup of butter melted, and then you need 3/4 cup of milk. So I just melted my 1/4 cup of butter, which is a half a stick, and I'm making sure that there's no lumps in it. And then I'm going to add my 3/4. So I've got a 1/4 thing here. 1, 2, and 3. Damn it. I did a boo-boo. I think I just curdled it. I did not let the butter cool. Oh yeah, most definitely. That's not what you want. Okay. Oops. Okie dokie. How do I get rid of this now? Because this is trash. Okay, I'm gonna set that to the side for a second. So my 2 pounds, 6 ounces of sausage is cut up. You don't do anything to it. You just cut it up into bite-sized pieces, throw it in your casserole dish, and you're gonna pop it in your oven for 30 minutes at 400. So let me do that. Perfect. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make more of that heavy cream. I'll be back. All right, let's try this again. I'm still unsure what to do with this fail of a heavy cream over here. So this time I'm going to melt my butter and then I guess let it cool before adding my milk. So let me grab a different fork so I can stir this, make sure my butter's all nice and melted. Like, how long do I have to wait for it to cool before I add my milk so it doesn't curdle? I didn't even think about that. I'm flabbergasted by that. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our cream cheese and our pesto. So I bought this pesto, which is creamy Genovese pesto. I love pesto from Maggiano's. I gotta have Kevin open this. So I love pesto from Maggiano's, and I tried to get one that I thought looked similar. I'm not a pesto girly. I like it on dishes, but I don't ever cook with it. So I'm hoping, oh, this one smells like the one from Maggiano's. Ooh, okay, that's exciting. Okay, yay. All right, I'm even more excited about this. All right, and then we need the cream cheese. So this calls for a whole brick of cream cheese, which we have. Okay, so I need to stir my cream cheese, pesto, and heavy cream together. At this point, I'm just wishing we would have bought heavy cream. Didn't think that this was going to be so much of a pain in the ass to make your own heavy cream. Note to self, just buy the heavy cream next time. I'm going to just kind of like nuke the cream cheese just a little since it's hard, and just kind of soften it a tad. I'm like, at what point can I add in the milk that it's not going to curdle, because I don't need the full. So the other issue is with making the heavy cream, I know how to make 1 cup of heavy cream, right? Does this recipe call for 1 cup of heavy cream? It does not. It calls for 1/4 cup of heavy cream. That's nowhere near soft. So I'm having to make the heavy cream, then scoop 1/4 out of my newly made heavy cream. So in a way, I am wasting this. I tried to do the math to make exactly 1/4 of heavy cream, and it was too complicated math-wise. So just buy the heavy cream. This is painful. This should be soft enough. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I don't want to curdle it again. Okay, it feels cool to touch, like cool to my touch. So I think it's going to be okay to add the milk. So, like, I'm panicked. Like, what if it happens again? I swear to God, if this... Okay, it's not curdling. So, I need 3 of these. Oop. All right. It did not. Why did it do it again? You guys. Oh my God, it's just doing it again. But it's not curdling the milk. It's literally the butter. Is it because the milk is cold and the butter is warm? Okay, y'all. This is an experiment. I'm gonna put this in the microwave and see what happens. You guys. You guys. Literally online there was no instructions. It just said add them together. I think I might have fixed it. I think that fixed it. This is the biggest pain in my ass. Okay, we're rolling with it. So I could have saved that, basically. All right. We're doing 1/4 cup of that. Get it out of my face. I don't want to see it anymore. And then we need 1/4 cup of basil pesto, which my other 1/4 is in here because I used it earlier today. I'm so excited about this basil pesto. I'm gonna have to find out more things to make with this pesto because this smells freaking delicious. All right, so put my 1/4 thing here. Fill this baby up Oh yeah. Basically half the jar. Oh, that smells so good. Oh. I'm very excited for this meal now, because this is going to be what goes on top of the, this is going to be so good. Now I'm excited. Wow. This is what's going to go on top of the stuff when it comes out of the oven, on top of the sausage when it comes out of the oven. All right, so this is what our mixture is looking like. I'm also going to need 8 ounces of mozzarella. I wanted to make broccoli with this, but I didn't time it out correctly. So I think we're going to have spinach with it instead as our side. So I'm going to go grab the spinach. I need to figure out what to do with the heavy stuff that I made, because I don't think it's actually like, yeah, you'd have to like remelt it every time you want to use it, and that just doesn't seem right. So I have to figure out what to do with that. Can I pour it down the sink? Hey Kev, quick question. I made some heavy whipping cream, but it was a science experiment and it kind of failed until it didn't fail, and then I fixed it. But now I have a lot of heavy failed whipping cream, and it's just milk and butter, but like the butter is kind of like solidified a little bit.
Yeah.
Can I pour it down the sink, or will it solidify in the drain and clog the sink?
Not put it in the drain.
Okay.
Yep, it'll solidify.
That's what I thought.
Unless we like put like hot boiling water to try and get it all the way to the septic.
Okay, then no. I will.
Just put it in like a sandwich bag or something, and then throw it away.
Okay. Kevin's idea is putting it in a sandwich bag and throwing it away. Oh. Just buy the heavy whipping cream. Otherwise, you have all of this that you have to throw away. So, I'm very excited about this sauce. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little kitchen cleanup. So our sausage has been in officially for 30 minutes as of right now. So I'm going to stop my timer. So now we are going to take our mixture. We're supposed to just plop this on top. Instructions kind of unclear. It just said spread on top, so I'm gonna plop it out and then I guess spread it with my spatula. So our sauce has been put on top. Like, should I toss it in the sauce or just put it on top? Let me see what exactly it says. Spread the sauce on top of the sausage, then top with mozzarella. Bake for an additional 10 minutes. All right, well, let me grab our mozzarella. It's calling for a whole bag of mozzarella. Seems like a lot, but just following the directions. So maybe this makes up for the lack of not a lot of sauce. Seems like so much mozzarella, y'all. Okay, if I make this again, I feel like I might do more sauce and not as much mozzarella, but we'll see how it like actually turns out, and then I can go from there. So I'm gonna start a 10-minute timer. I'm gonna go ahead and make our creamed spinach, which is microwavable, and this is the one that I love the most. It's delicious. I could eat this on crackers. I could eat this by itself. I love sauce creamed spinach. I don't know what it is. All right, so our sausage is almost done. It's saying to test the sausage and make sure that it's 160 degrees, but I think because I cut it into bite-sized pieces, it most definitely should be cooked, but I still will check because I get nervous about meat. So our alarm is about to go off. I'm gonna go ahead and just pause it. Wow. This smells delicious. All right, let's poke some sausages. Yep, we've exceeded 160. All right, I think we're good. All right, and it looks like, oh no, now I can't get the sausage off my, get off. It's looking like the sauce and the sausage juice and the cheese made more sauce, so I think it's good. I don't think that I needed to double the sauce like I originally thought that I needed to double the sauce, so it's also handy dandy. It sticks to the side of your fridge. If your fridge is near your oven, you can pop it somewhere. All right, so let's turn this off. Let's let this sit for a second. I'm gonna get a little video and photo of it so I can add it to my thumbnail, and then we'll do a taste test. I'm assuming this is because of how much cheese I used. I mean, it called for that, but let me show you the cheese pull. I'm wondering if mine's gonna do it. Not as much. I should have filmed pulling Kevin's out because, good Lord, the cheese pull to get Kevin's sausage out was ridiculous. Do you want to be in it?
Yeah.
Put a shirt on. Are you doing your hair?
Maybe.
Kevin, I look like a troll. Get your ass in here. Good job. All right.
It's because we're married. Cheers. It's very Italian-y.
Well, the sausage was already Italian flavored.
But I feel like the cheese sauce complements it really well.
Yeah, it does. It's good. But I almost feel like I'm losing the pesto taste.
Did you try the sauce just by itself?
No.
You can really taste it when you do that.
All I'm tasting is sausage.
You can
That
taste the
sauce
pesto.
by itself would be so good on pasta.
Or if you put it on like toast or something.
This is good. This one's gonna go in our books.
Just the sauce or the whole thing?
I don't know about that. I'll let you know when I'm actually done with the meal.
I'd have those for shrimp
Whoa, whoa, what are you doing?
and chicken.
What are you doing? I better be good on shrimp and chicken. Are you okay? What are you doing?
The hungry. It tastes good. Well, you know I'm a sucker for meat, so.
Definitely interested. So, I think if I did it on sausage and shrimp, what I would do...
I like that you made your own heavy whipping cream.
Wait till you see it. It's...
The good stuff or the bad stuff?
We're just gonna buy heavy whipping cream next time.
Oh.
Are you okay? You're acting like you're having issues. It's making me nervous.
And Cheerio?
Feeding a small human is nerve-wracking. So, I feel like when I make this again for our chicken and shrimp, I would double the sauce recipe and use less cheese because it called for a whole bag of mozzarella cheese on top.
Oh my
and I feel
goodness.
like the mozzarella cheese is almost like congealing the sauce. I want it more saucy, less
Cheesy.
thick. Yeah. So good. But, yeah.
Did it go down into your food pocket? Nope, there's nothing in your food pocket.
I approve.
Very good.
Okay, toodles.